I'm okay, thank you though. Hello from vacation, guys. It is really bright here. Let's see what we can do. Anywho, we are on a cruise. So today is, what day is today? Today's Wednesday. We left on Friday, so we're like halfway through our trip now. In this video, I'm gonna do a full day of eating on a cruise ship. So the way that I'm gonna structure this video is we're gonna do a full day of eating tomorrow, and then I think I'm gonna do a sit down like recap at the end of the trip, any of the highlights, just both kind of like personal but also like things that I've eaten, because obviously we're not gonna capture all the good stuff tomorrow, and I've kind of been like taking footage throughout the trip. So that's what we are going to do in this video, and I'm excited. There's a lot on this ship. So right now we are on Symphony of the Seas. Right now we're in what's called the Solarium. You can't really see much. It's kind of just like an adults only place. I'm reading The Apple, I'm reading What Alice Forgot by Lane Moriarty. Reading books, we're just having a good vacation. So yeah, we're gonna start the day fresh tomorrow morning. It's kind of nice because we've kind of developed a little bit of a like routine on the cruise ship of what we like to do in the morning. So I'll kind of just take you through. I'm also kind of excited because like doing this full day of eating halfway through, I kind of like know the things that I like on the ship. Like I said, we also do a recap at the end. So if you're just like, I just want to see the full day of eating, Colleen, I don't care about the rest of your trip, you can just watch that, and then I'll put everything else at the end. I feel like there's something else I was gonna tell you guys. Can't remember. Hope this isn't like super bright. I think it's fine. Oh, there's something else I was gonna say. Oh, I was just gonna say, tomorrow is a full ship day. The past couple days we've stopped, so like eating has been kind of chaotic. So tomorrow it'll just be easier to do a full day of eating. So I chose a day that we were cruising. But with that, I'm gonna finish reading my book. But I just wanted to check in with you guys today before we started our full day. I'm gonna hop back over to my actual seat here. Sorry if this is super duper bright. Oh, that looks not bad. Oh well, whatever. Okay guys, I will catch up with you tomorrow morning, bright and early, and we will start the day. Good morning, Starshines. It is like 7:05 right now. I'm going to get myself a coffee. It's just me. My husband is sleeping. He didn't sleep super well, so I'm gonna grab myself a coffee, get the day going. We're just gonna sit for a hot sec. This coffee is so hot here. I just got a Americano. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see the steam. I just got a Americano with some vanilla syrup in there. I did get the drink package. Did I tell you that yesterday? I can't remember. I got the drink package, the non-alcoholic one, on the ship. I desperately need coffee. And then I asked for two of these little like granola bars are pretty good. I asked for two. They said they were small, so they gave me four, which is fine, but I got some for my husband. He didn't want any coffee. He's back in the room, like I said. I'm just going to bring these back just for a little something for us to nibble on before we get the day going. I do think I'm going to go to the gym. Movement sounds nice. We did not move at all yesterday. You don't have to work out on vacation. You can. You can decide not to. I think I'm going to today. Like I said, I literally sat on my butt all day yesterday, which is great, which is fine. But now I'm like, that sounds good. So wanted some of these definitely before that. But okay, I'm going to head back to the room and caffeinate. Okay, so this is what we have for breakfast. A couple pieces of fruit, and I have been loving this combo, you guys. So these are, I don't know if you can tell, sauteed mushrooms here. And then so essentially I take these hard-boiled eggs and I top them with the mushrooms, guacamole, cottage cheese, and a little bit of the salmon and some of these capers. It is absolutely delicious. And then scrambled eggs. I really like the like kind of like watery, I don't want to say cheap, but you know, like continental breakfasty scrambled eggs, corned beef hash, and then I have a bowl of oatmeal here. I have a big ol', it came out with a huge dollop of whipped cream, a little more than I was expecting it to be, but then it's just some syrup, fruit, and granola on top for a little bit of crunch. Okay, so we are over halfway through our trip. Today I don't have any like French toast or anything. I chose what I chose because it is delicious. It's gonna feel good to me. I like to typically choose a lot of times stuff that like I don't usually get at home. I don't have smoked salmon or these sauteed mushrooms or all this stuff usually. You guys know I'm much more of a sweet kind of gal in the morning. We're kind of going savory here. We got a mix. But I think moral of the story is the first couple of days, yes, I had some blueberry pancakes, French toast, but like kind of the novelty of it has worn off. That doesn't mean I'm not going to have some tomorrow, but this is what's feeling good today. But moral of the story, like there was a little bit more of that, like, oh, I want those things, and it's just kind of worn off. And yes, this is a pretty quote-unquote balanced breakfast, but it's what sounds good, it's what's going to feel good, so I'm excited to dive into it.
No, you don't need that.
The fruit is also very good here. Yeah, I don't like, it's a texture thing for me, hard-boiled egg yolks. So that's also why I got some of the regular eggs on the side, so I could get some of the more filling, because yes, this has protein, but it doesn't have much fat. But when I add guacamole, do I say anything in my teeth? I don't think I do. The guacamole, the cottage cheese, adds a little bit more filling, but I also got some regular eggs just to get some of there's so much great goodness in a whole egg, so I'm not eating the egg white because of diet culture or anything like that. I just don't like the chalky texture of this, so we're not gonna have it. Okay, so we got mushroom, a little bit of the cottage cheese, a little bit of the guacamole. I usually eat the salmon on the side because it doesn't really fit, but oh yeah. This day ended up being kind of a bummer, to be honest, not as expected. It ended up raining, and then my husband did get the drink package. I stole a sip of his banana. Obviously, I just wanted to give it a try. We had the hardest time finding anyone who had banana, which I thought was kind of strange, but we really just sat around in the morning and read. We found some chairs that were undercover. We also look undercover with our sunglasses. There was a medical emergency, so we got to see a helicopter come onto our ship. We just sat around to lunch. Lunch was a buffet situation, or at least that's what we chose. You could go to the dining room and whatnot if you wanted, but we like just the casual popping in and out. And whenever it comes to a buffet situation, my biggest tip is to just take a lap first and see what actually sounds good and what do you want the most. This can really just help you feel a little bit less overwhelmed, but also I think it helps prevent food waste of, okay, what am I actually gonna eat? Start with a bit, see how you feel, and go back for more if needed. All right, guys, I'm so hungry right now, and my butt hurts from sitting. Anywho, so I started with a Caesar salad. I low-key been loving anchovies, you guys, lately. I don't know that I've ever had them before, but the little salty suckers are just so good. We started with that, mostly because I wanted the anchovies. So we got that. And then we got these zucchini fritters. I don't know what they are, but let's give them a go. We're just gonna bite into them. I have no idea what's in here, but they're good. Very greasy. Got some, I've been loving bone-on chicken, so I got some barbecue bone-on chicken. Honestly, whatever they have the day of bone-on chicken, I've been getting, because it's just, isn't as juicy and tender as it has been, but it's still looking pretty good here. Still pretty good. I had some last night that was really, really good. And then, I know this is weird, but I've just been loving a side of like caramelized onions and some sauerkraut. And I got mac and cheese because that just sounded good, and I also needed some sort of a carb. And they had like this, some other kind of ham pasta, or I don't know. I just needed some sort of carbohydrate, and this honestly looked best, so that's what I got. Alright guys, what we got so far? I listened to my hunger and fullness cues for how much to eat. As always, a little bit more mindfulness was needed with so many new novel foods. Sometimes it's easy to get carried away by excitement. I knew we were gonna have dessert, so I made sure that I saved a little room so I could do that comfortably. For me, this was less about like craving the sweet, but mostly kind of having the experience with my husband, the fun of taste testing everything. Always a little dessert sampling. Okay, this is the coconut cream tart. butter chocolate mousse. Doesn't look peanut butter. Lemon tart. Alright guys, we have formal night tonight. I am not wearing my hair like this. I always curl it. I got this beach waver, which I really like. It is hot. It like curls it up for you. I like it so far. I'm letting that sit and then I'll take my comb and brush it out a little bit. I might put it half up, half down. I don't know. But we have formal night for dinner tonight. There's a low-key a lot of like dress-up nights on these longer cruises. I need to put my earrings on. You guys helped me pick these. I did a poll in my stories and you guys picked these ones. I had this dress, but I just wanted a little pizzazziness to it. So we've got, can you see these earrings? Let's put them on. Yeah, so that's what we got going on tonight. I did have a little fruit cup when I was walking around earlier by the pool. Just taking a little stroll. I did get a little sick of sitting we sat all day long. What do we think? Do we like? I didn't redo my makeup. I might regret that later. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. I took the time to curl my hair, so now I'll just brush it out. Do I put it half up? Maybe I'll do something so you can see the earrings. But anywho, moral of the story, we have formal dinner tonight, so let's go do that. I think we cleaned up okay, if I do say so myself. We went to the formal dinner, and each night there was like a theme for dinner, and tonight it was royal night. So just kind of some like fancy pants options, I felt. The Asiago cheese on top of that bread, you guys, is just my favorite. For an appetizer, I ordered a onion tart. My husband ordered some French onion soup, which I'm not gonna lie, his was better than mine, but I don't know about you guys, we always share. Mine was kind of just like a quiche, and his was just cheesy oniony deliciousness. For dinner, I ordered a lobster tail. I love lobster tail. It came with like a saffron rice and then some veggies on the side, a little bit of butter for dipping. I have no idea how to actually properly eat a lobster. If anyone knows, please leave a comment, or maybe this is something I should Google. I don't know. I was able to get it and it was absolutely delicious. I felt like on this specific night, I had a good amount of room for dessert. My dinner wasn't super duper filling. Fun fact, I only ordered the chocolate banana tart. My husband ordered the baked Alaska, the ice cream and the meringue on top, but they ended up giving us both a baked Alaska, which to be honest, I didn't hate because your girly loves meringue. I love ice cream. What's not to love? So I had some of that one, and then obviously I also had some of my chocolate banana tart. I don't know that I really liked one better than the other. Neither of them like blew me away. They were both good, don't get me wrong. But I ate enough of both. I ate a good amount of both of them. Like I said, I felt like I had some room there. And they were both delicious. Neither of them like totally blew me away, but they hit the spot. All right, guys. That was a full day of eating on the ship. I'm filming this today is now... What day is it? Friday today? I'm kind of like looking back on yesterday, and I feel like it was kind of a like boring day of eating. It was kind of honestly a boring day. Not that I thought it was boring. Let me go back up. I feel like it was kind of more like an uneventful day. Like I didn't have, today I had ice cream as a snack instead of the fruit. Every day is just different, but my goal is always to show you what it looks like. Some days are gonna have more of those more fun, soul-nourishing foods, and some days aren't, and that was a more quote-unquote balanced day, if you will. Yeah, that is what happens though when you learn to eat with no food rules. What I teach and preach here on this channel is that you find the balance, and it's easy, and it feels good, and it is just natural, and you don't have to count anything. I was doing a Q&A in my Instagram stories yesterday, the day before, I can't remember, and people were asking me like, how do you stay on track on vacation? Do you track things? No, I don't track anything. It's just the balance naturally happens. So yeah, like I said, feeling good, but I hope that was helpful. Maybe gave you some ideas. I'm obsessed with what I've been having for breakfast. The eggs, mushrooms, all of that stuff. But like I said, I'm gonna plan on doing a recap of some of the other things that we didn't see on that day at the end of this video. But with that, I'm actually gonna go walk around the ship a little bit because my butt literally just been sitting all day again. But with that, that concludes the full day of eating. Hello friends, we are not in Aruba anymore. We are home. We've been home for like a week, and I just wanted to touch on a couple things. So we did like one day, but I want to touch on a couple things about the trip, some other things that I ate, some logistics, just like very common questions that you guys had on Instagram that I thought would be good to capture here too. So I'm going to set you down, get all situated. Okay, is that fine? That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna grab my phone. I have some notes. Got my sparkling water. I'm gonna try to make this quick because I feel like we've already done like a full video, but let me pull up my note. Thirsty girly over here. Okay, so like I said, we're home. I broke this down into categories. So we have, I'm gonna go over some cruise info, some different things about food, the different excursions and ports that we did, and then just a couple of other tidbitty things. But to get started, one quick note about my full days of eating. I kind of hopped right into that. If you are new, if you're a regular around here, you'll know this. I really do these full days of eatings to show you what it looks like to actually live with no food rules. There's so many misconceptions or fears that we're just going to eat donuts all day or that's what you should just eat all day. My goal is to explain the why behind my food choices and show you what it actually looks like and not just the donutty clickbait that you see on social media. That's the extreme content that always rises to the top. So we just try to kind of show the reality of things here. I do leave some serving sizes ambiguous to prevent some comparisonitis. We really focus on the why behind the food choices versus what or how much. That's not my goal, is to make these so that yes, I want you guys to get some different ideas, but it's not meant to say this is what I eat, this is what you should eat. If you eat this, you will look like me. That's not the case. We all have different bodies, genetics, all of those things. And when it comes down to how much I eat, I listen to my hunger and fullness cues, and that differs depending on the meal. One thing that comes to mind specifically, I was just actually working on editing this video, is the bowl of oatmeal. My eyes were so much bigger than my stomach at that meal, but at dinner, I pretty much ate most of the stuff that I had at dinner. I ate the amount of desserts. I ate a good amount of the desserts, but ate the amount that felt good, was able to easily stop before I got overly full. And that's what happens when you eat with no food rules. When you learn to eat with no food rules, it is a learning process. The amount of food that you eat, your energy regulation really just starts to kind of happen naturally. So my goal, moral of the story before we get into it, is this is meant to, I don't want to tell you what to eat, which is why your girly created an app to teach you how. Is there an app for that? Yes, there is. Anywho, let's get into it. Okay, cruise info. So I'm gonna go through this. So we went on Royal Caribbean. I've been on, I want to say this was like my 5th cruise of my total life. That was kind of like my family liked cruises when we were growing up. This is me and my husband's 2nd one. We went on a Carnival cruise for our honeymoon, got caught in the middle of a hurricane. This was a quite literally smoother process. I think personally like Royal Caribbean better. Of the ships that I went on, this one was the Symphony of the Seas. Very good ship, we'll get into that. And it was out of Fort Lauderdale. So they had a like Central Park area. It was truly like a park in the middle of the ship. There was little restaurants, so cute to walk through. Then they had a cityscape area that was kind of where they had like the shopping and stuff. There was a little pizza place. It felt very just kind of like walking down like a brick road type vibes. There was a boardwalk, which was kind of like you'd think of like a boardwalk by the ocean, really. There was a merry-go-round. There was like a sports bar and ice cream shop. That's where they had a hot dog place, Johnny Rockets. They had water slides, they had pools, they had regular slides, a zip line, like a surfing simulator, which I wiped out on, but I did it. They had an ice rink. It was bananas, you guys, and we really did. My goal was to kind of make sure that we did all of the activities on the ship, and we did. Overall, it was great, and the ship was like, it was bananas, but it was very cool. We were on it for 8 full nights, and if I'm being honest, I feel like I would have felt just as rejuvenated had we done like a 6-day cruise. I felt like at day 6, I was, like I said, rejuvenated. Like I was like, cool, like I feel refreshed. And I don't think that the extra couple days, while I enjoyed them, I don't think that they added to my like feeling refreshed. Like I don't think those extra days made me feel more refreshed. But just my thoughts. Okay, let's talk food, you guys. So I want to talk about the drink package. I got a lot of you guys asked me about this on Instagram. I got the refreshment package, which was a non-alcoholic package. It included the soda machine, which they had freestyle machines on the ship, and the like premium coffee package. I'm just not a big drinker, and they do get pretty expensive in terms of the alcohol. I hate water. You guys know this about me if you watch my channel. I hate drinking plain water. I do like pop, so I did get that. I got multiple coffees a day. I felt like it was worth it for me, but you might think differently. Maybe you want the alcohol package. But for me, I felt like it was worth it. I drank mostly Purple Powerade and you guys, vanilla orange Coke Zero. It hit the spot so good, which I did not think I was gonna like that. I kind of got it on a whim, but I was like, that was delicious. So it was just kind of a fun thing to do, and it was nice. Like I said, I'm not a big drinker, but no food rules. It's just it doesn't really make me feel good. I am not super drawn to it. I don't like feeling tipsy. Just my own thoughts. Okay, favorite thing and least favorite thing that I ate. Favorite thing was a milkshake from Johnny Rockets, you guys. I was literally mind blown. I went in just kind of thinking it was gonna be like a run of the mill. I don't know what it was about it. They used like malted milk powder I saw as an ingredient. I don't know what else they added, but it was like not just like vanilla ice cream blended up, and their Oreo pieces, I don't know what they did to them. They were nice big chunky pieces, but it really had like a truly, like the ice cream itself, the milkshake, had Oreo flavor versus just like vanilla ice cream. So freaking delicious. That was the best. Like, it's crazy that like that was the best thing that I ate, but it's the truth. And then one of the things that I didn't like was this is also ice cream. You guys know I love ice cream. The like soft serve ice cream machines, you guys, it was such a bummer. They were like, they just were off. They were like icy. I know you guys said there, like a lot of you guys in my DMs said there's a difference between frozen yogurt and the ice cream. It was just not very good. We got a cone and it was like such a letdown. Like I said, the texture was just all off. It wasn't satisfying. I ended up getting another one to see, okay, maybe that was like a fluke. It just wasn't satisfying to me. So that was kind of a bummer. They didn't have a ton of like ice cream besides like the milkshakes. Like ice cream was kind of limited. It was kind of limited. They did have, in terms of food, you could buy like an elevated food package. I'm not sure if it included the ice cream shop, but like there was specific restaurants that were it was just like an upsell. And personally, I thought the like food that was included was great. So we didn't feel like that upsell was needed. Maybe you feel differently, but it gave you access to some of the other restaurants. But I thought the stuff that was included was great. Okay, another thing that I ate, guys, I had my first pub sub from Publix. I get the hype, you guys. I get the hype. I will say, when we first got into Fort Lauderdale, they like forgot about our order. We did order it online. They forgot about it. It was this whole hullabaloo. We were starving, but they were absolutely delicious. So we don't have Publix here in Michigan. So me and my husband were like, we gotta see what all of this hype is about. I get the hype about the pub subs. The chicken tender pub subs are delicious. Okay, on to excursions. I'm just gonna go through this quickly. Okay, Aruba, we stopped at Aruba. We did a beach hop and snorkel, and honestly, it was kind of a bust. They basically just like gave us a snorkel mask and sent us out like onto a beach. It was so hot, it was so windy, and we got fried to a crisp, but we booked the excursion super late, so we kind of had to take what we could get. And looking back at the price, like it was like 50 some bucks, I want to say. Maybe don't quote me on that. But like looking back, I'm like, of course, that's probably not going to include like a guided tour. So that was kind of our fault. But the island looked really nice, but it was so hot and the sunburns kind of ruined the day. So then we went to Curacao. I probably butchered that. I say it wrong every time. This was my favorite place that we stopped at, you guys. We did a walking tour and we did a city walking tour and caves, which was a really cool experience. I would highly recommend. That was my, like I said, favorite place we stopped. It was absolutely gorgeous. I would highly, highly recommend. And our tour guide was just hilarious. It was such a good time. Then we were supposed to go to Haiti and they rerouted us. We were supposed to zip line in Haiti, which I was excited about, but there's some things going on in Haiti, like riots and whatnot. So they rerouted us to Nassau, Bahamas. And we were deciding, like, what do we do there? We almost, you guys, did the swimming with pigs. Have you guys seen that? Or like you swim with water pigs? But a lot of you guys said it was like just swimming in pig poop water, and we're like, maybe we don't want to do that. So we ended up choosing a walking tour, which again, I loved. And if you would have told like 20-year-old Colleen that she would enjoy going on walking tours. We had these like earpieces, like we were in like the FBI. It was so fun. Our tour guide, John, he was just fabulous. It was such a good time. I like walking tours, you guys. Okay, then a couple of other things that I just want to touch on that I shared in my stories that you guys thought was really helpful. Let me take a sip. Okay, should we put these on? I was making Easter themed content. Bunny ears, no, I think that's gonna be distracting, but Dollar Tree. Guys, the Dollar Tree. Don't sleep on the Dollar Tree. I love the Dollar Tree. Okay, focus, Colleen. Okay, so a lot of people ask me about body image and like just being in a swimsuit, especially like there's unlimited food. Like, how do you deal with that? And my body image, no one's body image is great 24/7. And the way that I see it, I have two options. Like, you can let your negative body image impact your actual trip, or you can decide, yeah, this kind of sucks, but it is what it is, right? And I'm not gonna let that stop me. So there are two resources that I was recommending to you guys. And the first one is they're both in the app. You can download the app and start using these, whether you are a member or not. You can get started with them. There's the additional course called Surviving a Bad Body Image Day. And it really walks you through why bad body image happens and getting to the root of it, versus a lot of times when people think about overcoming negative body image, it's just like making yourself feel better about your body, but we really want to peel back the layers of the onion. Like I said, I would highly recommend you can get started with a couple of the lessons in the course when you download the app for free. So I've been through it multiple times, but that's always a good thing. I had it installed on my phone. You can add additional courses based on what you need. So I'd recommend that one. And then also the affirmations, guys. I'm obsessed with the affirmation feature on the app. Let me see if I can pull it up and actually show you guys. Just, you don't have to read it, but you can see the gist of it. So you can see we have like all of our affirmation categories. I'm gonna click body image, and you can see I can literally just like scroll through them. And this is where you get that like immediate boost of, I need help with body image, like I need to help reframe my mind. You can literally just scroll through that forever. There's categories: food freedom, movement, sleep, how, like, just, you can get in there for free. Go look at it. So I would recommend those two things for body image. Super helpful. Links in the description. So then a couple other random things that I'm gonna link. Before we left, we've been doing a lot more travel in the past couple of years, and I've really been looking for a jacket that goes with everything, that I can take one jacket traveling and it'll work with all my outfits. I ordered a leather jacket, a faux leather jacket on a whim. It was $50. I was like, this is gonna come, it's gonna be super cheap, but maybe it'll get me through. I'm obsessed with it. I wore it every single day. This is like the jacket that goes with everything. I shared about this in my stories and you guys went bananas. So I will link that here. It was, I think, under $50, and it actually like was on sale when I shared it in my story. So we'll see, it might be, but love that random purchase that I loved. And then two cruise specific purchases. We did buy towel clips. I can link the ones we got. We just ordered the cheapest ones. And like I said, I've been on cruises before. We've been to all inclusives, and we've just never like broke down and bought the towel clips. I was like, yeah, we don't really need to spend the $10 on them. It was worth it just to have our things not have to worry about being blown away in one piece. We could get up, go get drinks. It was fine. So I would recommend those. And then my husband, I have two more. My husband got these magnetic clips, or not magnetic hooks, that the walls in the chips are all not magnets, metal, so you can stick things. They're really strong, so it was really great just for extra. We steamed things, we hung our suits, just keeping things off the floor and organized. So those props to him were a great addition. They were a gem. And the last thing I want to point out is just my snack bag. You guys know I love it. I actually have another video on travel snacks, the ones that I put in the snack bag, why I buy those things. So I can link that video in the description as well. But the snack bag, I get compliments on it every single time I pull it out of my backpack. So I'll put that in the description as well. But whew, anywho, you guys, overall, the trip was super rejuvenating, but I am always, after vacation, I'm like ready to get back to just routine, and it's felt good. This is our first full week back. And like I said, it feels good. I did feel like I was getting a little bit burnt out when we left for the trip, and getting back to routine, I didn't feel like I had to get back on track. That's the beauty of having no food rules. Being able to go on these trips feels good, yes, in the moment, like the full day of eating that I showed, but also you don't feel pressure to get back on track because there's really no need, right? I was able to eat in a way that feels good. Yes, was I drawn to more, maybe like less rich foods when I came home because that felt good to my body? Yes, but it's just a natural progression of what feels good to your body and what your body is telling you will feel good in the moment. Not feeling guilty, not feeling like you're going to binge on the vacation. It's just, vacations are just so much more enjoyable with no food rules, as well as kind of like re-entry back into normal life. Like I said, if you need help with learning how to eat with no food rules, yes, there's an app for that. I will link in the description. You can download it. Once you do, you'll take a 2-minute quiz and you'll get a customized intuitive eating plan to fit your needs because everyone is different. I always use the example of learning to eat intuitively is like going on vacation. We're all going to the same spot, but someone might be coming from Michigan, someone might be coming from Tallahassee, and our paths there are different based on your current dietary habits, your past dieting history, your needs, all of the things. So download that. But with that, you guys, I will wrap up this video. I hope you thought it was interesting or entertaining in some way. And as always, give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment with any thoughts, hit the little bell to be notified for the next video. And with that, I will see ya in the next one. See you later.